Hi everyone, I'm Cecily and welcome to my channel, The Lover's Astro and Tarot. This reading is for anyone whose sun, moon, or ascendant is in the wonderful sign of Sagittarius. Hi guys, I hope you're having a good month so far. Let's talk about the month of May. So, the first card that you actually received is the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords came out in reverse. When somebody is a page in your life, they have a small role. They're not necessarily somebody that is influencing you in a really big way on a day-to-day schedule. Now, that may mean that they were somebody important and now their position has shrunk. That's still applicable. Or it may mean that they are somebody new in your life, younger in your life, somebody who looks up to you. But romantically speaking, there needs to be a drastic change in communication because this page came out in reverse. It's the only card that you got in reverse, which is great. And you also have 3 major arcana, which is also very, very strong. So there are a lot of things that can be really positive about this reading. But that person really needs to change their outlook in terms of talking to you. They may be hot-headed, or they may be too cool, even unwilling to say anything, unwilling to express an opinion, just very to themselves. Sometimes with swords cards, court cards in particular, it's hard to have a conversation with somebody, not because they lack the ability to have the conversation about it, but because the conversation is so emotional that they rather just not get into it. And there will be some sort of decision that you're asking them to make, or that is being asked of you to make, Sagittarius, which is also a really big deal. Sagittarius, if you are the Page of Swords yourself, you may feel completely out of touch with this relationship that you're in, and you may feel like you've been waiting for things to kind of change, but you're not really sure how to make that happen. So this is the Hanged Man. He came out in a few readings this month. And the Hanged Man is really, in this situation, I would call it emotional purgatory, just because of the other cards around it, the lack of communication with this Page of Swords, and also Judgment being on the other side. Judgment is very much a card that expresses a final decision. There's a type of finality to it. It's not something that you can say, okay, yeah, I want pizza right now, but I want Chinese food tomorrow. It's not the same. It's very much about knowing that you're coming to the end of a cycle. And if you don't choose correctly, then you feel like you're losing something. Judgment isn't necessarily a bad card. It's a card that represents meeting our Maker, going to God, and being called to Judgment Day. It is a card that it's beautiful, but at the same time, there's a bit of a morose feeling to it. So it's kind of like you're in a space where you have to let your old life go in order to have this new life with this potential partner. But the communication that you have between each other probably isn't that great. And you've been on your own spiritual journey trying to learn what you need and what your wants are and what the true desires are for you and that person. And trying to decide that has put you in a very healthy place. But it's also made you realize what it's going to cost, the reality of it all. That's what Judgment is. It's not just this overall happy ending. It's the reality of the situation. It's the bearing of fruit once it's not even the bearing of fruit. It's what you find once you count your harvest, what you find out once things have come to pass, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means that you're going to have to make some strong decisions, Sagittarius, which normally you're pretty okay with. But I do think here you're slightly worried that you're going to get your feelings hurt or somebody's going to hurt your feelings. And then the last card is the Star, which puts a lot of hope into this reading, kind of brings it up a few notches towards the end of the month. Sagittarius, you may be trying to change your life in a major way, and you're trying to get back to that purity, that satisfaction, that emotional integrity, or that very strong intent to love someone purely and to be loved in a very pure way, and to just have that spiritual, emotional connection that's almost godly in a way. And not necessarily soulmates, but just realizing that we're all connected. Everything is all one. It really is about the intention and the purity behind the type of relationship that you have, which is beautiful, especially connected to the Hanged Man, because this is like the depths of your soul and where you are emotionally, and this is the reality of the situation, and this is the purity of the mind. So you put those three things together and you have a very sort of beautiful but resolute situation, meaning it is going to be final. You're either going to be with this person and it's going to come up for you and it's going to stick, or you guys are going to let it go, and when you let it go, it's going to be a very pure frame of mind as well. So there's nothing wrong with that either. But you do have to work on the communication part towards the beginning of the month. But other than that, I would say you have a lot to look forward to, Sagittarius, so try your best to enjoy it. I will see you guys soon. Bye.